Hi guys, Mr. Birdsville here. Just wanted to touch base with everybody about some expectations that we have for the year. Um, Students who are going to come see me, we're going to have discussions about academics and your progress towards your learning goals for the year. Additionally, I will be helping Mr. Winkler with discipline issues. However, Ms. Carrington and Mr. Winkler will be dealing with those. My focus will be to make sure that we are focused academically and we're having success moving forward throughout the year. Anytime you have any questions or concerns regarding academics, your progress in class or any classes that you're having, please come see me. We'll have a conversation and hopefully address any issues you're having. Just a reminder, this year we are focusing on our 3 R's. Being respectful, being responsible, being resilient, as well as being safe. I know we're highlighting those in our expectations, common area expectations, so please be cognizant of that every area that you're at. It'll make for a great school year for all of us. Again, I'm going to hit on academics. That is your top priority as you're here at Lardner. You are an athlete second. You are a student first. Your expectation is to put forth your best effort. Now, we all understand that not everybody's going to get straight A's. That's fine with us. However, the expectation is that we put forth our best effort and we are continually improving ourselves. We're building those study habits that are going to make us successful at the high school and in the future. If C's and B's, D's those are the best you're going to get, and you're putting forth your best effort, then that's going to be fine with us. But if we're not putting forth our best effort, we need to refocus ourselves and realize that academics is what we're here for, and that we need to put forth our best effort in trying to obtain our grades. That also goes into our assessments. We need to take our NWEA and our M-STEP seriously. I feel like last year we did that. However, I think there was a little bit of lack of focus in certain areas. So let's make sure when we take those assessments, we're getting a true picture of what you are as a student, because that formulates some of the decisions that we make as far as your academic track. 6th grade, this is probably new to you. 7th and 8th grade, not so much. The SLAs, your student learning attributes, they'll be posted on your report card. Student learning attributes help shape a picture of what you are like as a student for your parents. Sometimes we get A's and B's on our report card, and that really doesn't give a picture of what kind of student we are. Our learning attributes are gonna highlight some of our skill sets. If we're prepared for class every day, if we put forth good effort, those are going to be highlighted for your parents as well. Like I previously said, if B's, C's, and D's are the best we can get, but you're knocking it out of the park as far as your student and your student learning attributes, then I'm going to be fine with that, because that means you're at least giving your best effort and working to your absolute potential. I believe your teachers have discussed this with you as well. However, I just wanted to highlight that. Attendance is extremely important. We need to be here at school every day. I understand we get sick sometimes, or sometimes there's an issue that's beyond our control. We understand that, but we should prioritize being here at school every single day. We can't teach you, you can't learn if you're not here in the building, so try to get to school every single day. If you are going to be absent for the day, please make sure you have a parent call us and let us know, because we're going to go ahead and try to make that as an excused absence. But if you don't call and let us know you're not going to be here, it makes it more difficult for us to excuse your absence. And we're not able to get your classwork so you can make up work on time. So if you're going to be absent, let us know. But the number one goal is to try to be here every single day. Study tables. We have study tables. We're going to start having that soon. We'll put out a flyer about that, but our study tables are going to be an opportunity both in the morning and in the afternoon after school that you can get some extra help on some homework. It just gives you a nice quiet place to get some work done. If you are currently a bus rider, we can provide you transportation home after study tables. The morning study table, however, would have to be something that your parent would get you here for. We have some very good teachers that are helping out in that area, so I would take full advantage of it to get that homework done. It's one less thing you have to do when you get home. We also have several clubs that are getting ready to start up. We have art clubs, graphic design clubs, some game clubs, robotics, stuff like that. So just pay attention to your morning announcements and RLTV once that's up and running for times and dates that they'll be meeting. And the last thing I want to cover is athletics. being eligible for athletics. Again, I go back to you are a student first and athlete second. So if you're not cutting it in the classroom, it's going to be very difficult for you to participate in athletics at Lardner. That is all highlighted on page 26 of your student handbook. Real quick, just to give you a quick overview of it, eligibility is determined every week. Ms. Monshine will pull grade reports at the end of the week. Your coach will let you know if you are ineligible, which means you cannot participate in events for a week. If you're failing a class, you have an F anywhere in the current week, it makes you ineligible for the following week. So when the grade report comes out on Friday, you would be ineligible for the whole next week until the next grade check on Friday. If you were suspended out of school for the current week, you are ineligible during the week of your suspension and the week thereafter. If you are in ISR, you can participate in your practices. However, you would be ineligible for the next week. Again, all this is highlighted in your student handbook on page 26. So if you have any questions, please refer to that. And if you're not clear on any of that, please come to talk to either myself or your coach. That is all I have, and I hope we have an excellent year here at Lardner. We're off to such a great start. I'm very excited, very happy, very pleased with the way people are handling themselves. Let's just make sure our focus, number one, is academics and getting here on time. Thanks, everyone.
Well, hello, Lardner. My name is Mr. Winkler, assistant principal. Just want to talk to you about a few things here, a few points here for team meetings, just some expectations that we need to make sure we're aware of. So that we can be successful here at Lardner this year. First thing is our code of conduct. This is something that you've probably seen throughout your years at Niles Community Schools. It's the same at every building. It's a series of nine actions. If you do one of these 9 actions, it will result in a code of conduct. And if you do one of these 9 things, it will automatically result in a suspension and an administrative hearing. These following 9 behaviors will be considered unacceptable by Niles Community Schools as a violation of the school code of conduct. The 9 things are any purposeful action toward another student that results in serious or observable injury requiring medical attention, possession or use of a weapon, explosive, look-alike weapon, or anything that could be used as a weapon, possession of drugs or alcohol or even look-alike drugs, intentionally causing or attempting to cause physical harm to school staff or representatives through force or violence, verbal assaults against school staff, acts of arson, bomb threats, false fire alarms, or serious threat to school property, willful destruction of school property, and acts of stalking. So if you do one of those 9 things, you'll automatically be suspended. There'll be a hearing of 3 different administrators. It'll be me, Mr. Birchfield, and another administrator from another building in the district. You and your guardian will come in, have a meeting with me and Mr. Birchfield, and this is your due process meeting where you can explain to us what happened or why you did whatever action that you did. After the hearing, you go home, we meet and talk about what the consequence will be going forward. Consequences that could happen out of a code of conduct meeting is an expulsion. Could be an expulsion, could be a suspension anywhere up to 60 days long. It could be a change of placement, or you're not going to Lardner anymore, maybe you're going to the WAY program, or it could be where you come back the next day. Next is medications. Very important. If you need to take Tylenol or any kind of over-the-counter drug, vitamins, or if you have prescription medication because you went to the doctor, maybe you just had some surgery and you got to take some medication, or maybe you're on antibiotics because you're sick, you cannot take those at your locker. You cannot have them in your locker. You have to get a form in the office, and your parents need to bring in the medication in the canister that it was delivered to you in. You can't just bring it in a baggie, and then you go down at the appropriate times to the office to take your medication. You cannot have medication of any kind, over-the-counter drugs, vitamins, Tylenol, sleeping pills, anything cannot be in your locker. It's got to be at the office. All right? Possession of medication can lead to a code of conduct. That was one of the 9 violations. Some expectations about after-school events. If you are attending an after-school event, let's say the volleyball match starts at 4. You cannot hang in the building until that event starts. You need to leave the building and come back to the building at the appropriate time when we open the doors up for volleyball, basketball, football, whatever. You can't just be hanging around school grounds. You got to make sure you leave. Make sure if you are attending an athletic event, you need to be representing our building. All right, it's very important that anytime you're anywhere, you are representing Ring Lardner, no matter where you go at Niles Community Schools or an event that's not at our school. The same expectations that we have throughout the day are the same at an athletic event. Dress code, behavior as you watch the event, behavior how you interact with people. So bad behavior at events could lead to consequences at school. So make sure you're using your manners and you're following the correct expectations just like you would at school. Some technology expectations. Phones, any kind of technology. So, if you brought an iPad, phone, or a little game system, those need to all be in your locker. They cannot be out during the school day. From when the school day starts to when the school day ends, your phone should not be turned on. You should just power it off and put it right in your bag. Make sure your lock is locked. All right, or keep it at home. You shouldn't be going to your locker in between classes, or if you go to the bathroom, stop at your locker, get out your phone, call your mom, text your mom and dad. If you, for some reason, need to get a hold of your family, you need to come down to the office and make a phone call down here. All right? There's always a way we can get a hold of your family. Okay? If you don't know your parents' numbers, we'll probably let you go get your phone and bring it down to the office so you can find the number. But make sure that it's in your locker throughout the day. Morning expectations when you come to school, if you're waiting in the front or if you're waiting in the back or on the side of the building because you got dropped off, you can be on your phone or you can be on your gaming system. But if you're listening to music has to be through headphones. We got to only have one headphone in because if there was an emergency that happened outside of the building and we needed to tell you what to do, you would not be able to hear the directions from the adult. So make sure you only have one headphone in. When you enter the building, headphones should not be used at all inside the building. They need to be taken out of your both ears and be put away in your pocket or in your bag as you're entering the building. Cell phones, same thing. And gaming systems, when you're coming to the building, those are put away immediately. You're not playing those, calling, talking on the phone, texting, playing games on your phone when you are walking through the hallways going to class. After school, when the bell rings at 2:31, you may get out your phone and if you have to check your messages, call your mom, whatever after school. But please make sure you exit the building and watching where you're going. Guest teacher expectations. Sometimes your teachers aren't always in class, so we have guest teachers that come in and fill in for them when they are sick or have appointments or when they are not here for the day. Our expectation for you is to act better than what you do when your teachers are here. The bar is very high. We need to make sure that when our teachers are here, guest teachers are here, that they want to come back to our building. They go to other schools in the area and they talk about what our building is like and what our students are like here. And we want to make sure that we give them a good representation of what we are. Right? When they go other places, we want to say, man, those kids at Ring Lardner, they are great kids. Or, you want to go sub at that, you want to be a guest teacher in that building because the kids are always helpful, they behave, they do what you ask them to do, they don't argue with you, they always are following expectations. If you aren't following the expectations by the guest teacher or removed from the class, there will be consequences. Consequences are a lot more severe when a guest teacher is here than when your regular teacher is here. They are a guest and you need to treat them the correct way. All right, thank you and have a good day.
Hi guys, this is Miss Sellers talking. I am the behavior specialist here at Ring Lardner. So I just want to introduce myself and tell you a little bit really quick about what I do here. So I see kids who are just maybe having a tough time in school. It might be socially finding friends or having trouble with friends. Sometimes even if you're having trouble in class, come see me. And I run groups, we learn skills, things like that. So that's kind of what I'm here for, and it can be problems you're having in school and outside school at home too. You can always come see me for those things. So I'm here kind of as a support for you guys anytime that you need, okay? So I just wanted to cover a couple things with you today about some of our expectations here at Ring Lardner. So one of the things is bullying, right? So we kind of always want to cover this really right out the gate for school and to know what bullying means and how we define it here and our expectations, okay? So I have this sheet too. You probably have it posted in your classrooms, but it's about the double IR criteria for bullying. So bullying behavior there's like 2 I's and an R included. So it's intentional, imbalanced, and repeated. So remember those words: intentional, imbalanced, repeated. So intentional piece is, bullying isn't an accident. It's intentional harm to somebody, and it differs from just like maybe physical to name calling and things like that. So it can range, but it is intentionally done to harm and hurt somebody. So that's the intentional. The imbalanced is it is usually found in an imbalance of power, and what that means is that usually people are picked on for having a lack of skill or ability to defend themselves. So if they maybe even a physical stature, if they're smaller or kind of have a shy personality, that can sometimes be seen as someone that is easy to pick on. And so and it really can be anybody, but usually there's that imbalance of power where I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you, I have more friends, whatever it may be. So that is the imbalance part. Then repeated. So this is an important one. Bullying is a repeated behavior. So we have times where we have conflict. So it's one-on-one with someone. It happens one time and it's done. We don't call that bullying. If it is repetitious and it keeps happening and happening, and another piece I like to add to this is that you are not feeding into that. So the person who is maybe being bullied or it's happening over and over again to them, they're not retaliating and they're not feeding into that. That is bullying. If you're feeding into it and handing it right back, that's a conflict. Okay, so I'm going to show you another piece of paper that has the distinction between those two things and kind of could help as well. And I have a couple posted in my office, but I will put up the double IR because I don't have that one posted in here, but I have a couple other ones for bullying, so our expectations. The other one is this sheet of paper that I want to reference today too. So it says, is it bullying? So this is if you ever have a question, refer to this or come ask me or an adult will figure it out, okay? So joking around is, everyone's having fun, no one's getting hurt, everyone's participating equally. That's just joking around, right? That's not bullying. And then there's another one where it's a one-time thing. So someone is being mean on purpose. It's a reaction to a strong emotion or feeling. So maybe someone took something wrong and you thought it was a joke, and then they reacted in a really strong way that was hurtful, but it only happens one time and it doesn't repeat. So that is not bullying. One time thing, not bullying, not considered bullying. The next one is a conflict. So that's when two people with a balance of power have a fight, an argument, or disagreement. So that's people that like I talked about the imbalance before with the power. So this is people, maybe you're in the same friend group. Maybe there's something going on. You have a classmate and you're having a fight and an argument. That is a conflict, and usually we can figure that out, right? We have meetings in the office, in my office or in Miss Carrington or Winkler, whoever. We have meetings together to try to come to a solution, figure it out, and get past it. So that is a conflict, right? Then there's bullying. So bullying is repeated, unwanted, aggressive behavior towards someone. And when I say aggressive behavior, that's not just physical. That's not, I'm just going to go punch this kid, or I'm going to beat him up after school, or we're going to jump him, whatever. That is too, but it could also mean just aggressive with your words and your body language and things like that, or your comments that are rude. And it means someone is hurting you on purpose. Again, this isn't an accident. This is intentional. I want to hurt this person in this way, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, whatever. So, and this kind of segues into my next piece. It can be on social media too. And that is really challenging. Because, you know, we're not face to face, but words can be exchanged and it can be considered bullying if it fits this criteria. You don't have to be in person, but it can still be repeated, aggressive, unwanted, the imbalance of power, all those things, right? So I actually have it on my door and there will be a picture of it. But I posted something on my door this year and it says, think before you post. Or it says, before you post, think. There you go. And it has the think on the side. And so each letter stands for something. We really need to be cautious of this year, guys. You know, we have messages, we have Instagram, we have Facebook, we have Twitter, we have YouTube, we have Musical.ly, we have everything, even all the way up to gaming systems like Fortnite when you're talking on your headset. We can say things that are harmful and hurtful, and we really need to be mindful of that. So think stands for, is it true? Are you saying stuff that's true about that person? Or true about whatever circumstance? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? So is it something that is going to be just out there for the good of people, or is it going to be hurtful too? So is it inspiring? Is it necessary? Do you really need to say it? And is it kind? And that's, you know, they're all very important. We need to be aware of what we're putting out there. And, you know, it's easy to take things a different way via words and text and posts as well. So we just need to be really mindful of it, okay? Because a little snippet for you guys too. We see that stuff. Okay, we can get on social media and see your posts. We can have people come in and show us things like that. So even if it's not happening at school and you're pulling in school into the matter, or people in school, it always ends up here. And we have to take care of it. So let's be really mindful about it. Let's think before we post. And I'll say that a lot this year. And let's be mindful of how we're treating other people. Let's make this a great year. Be kind to one another. And we'll just have an awesome time. And so come to me if you have any questions, concerns, and anybody in the office is willing to help. So I'm so excited to get to know all of you guys and see you around the school as well. And welcome to our new friends and our new students. And we look forward to this year.
Hello, Lardner students. I'm Mrs. Carrington. I'm the new Dean of Students. Few things I would like to talk to you about today. The first is, when you come to see myself, Miss Sellers, or Mr. Winkler, make sure you, number one, have permission from an adult to be in our offices. Number two, make sure you enter through the back of the office, the back door by the 7th grade hallway, and also wait at one of the chairs by our offices or at the bench. Please do not just enter our offices. Next is our dress code policy. Please make sure we are following dress code. Your teachers explained it to you out of your handbook, and you have all received a handbook. Please make sure if you're wearing shorts or a skirt that they're past your fingertips when you put your arms down. Also, if you are wearing leggings, make sure your shirt is past your fingertips. Also, our jeans need to be worn around our waist, not sagging. We should not see your undergarments or shorts. Your pants should be around your waist. Also, no low-cut shirts in the front or underneath our arms. We should not see any undergarments there. We also will be monitoring and talking to you about your attendance. It is normal in a school year to miss around 8 to 10 days maximum. After 10 days, you will receive a letter home. After 15 days and after 20 days, letters will go home. You will also have a robocall for any day you missed unexcused. Your parents will receive a robocall. That includes if you just missed one class, your parents will be called. Things that are excused are things such as doctor's visits with a doctor's note, having a fever, or being sick. Those are things that are excused to miss school. New this year, we are doing the 3 R's. Your teachers have shown you 3 R's and talked to you about 3 R's. That's being resilient, respectful, responsible, and safe. They have gone around and told you what the 3 R's mean in different areas, and now you will be receiving tickets. So if you've been to Ring Lardner before, in the past you received Premier tickets. We have now changed those to the 3 R's. You will receive a ticket when you are caught being respectful, responsible, resilient, or safe. You will receive a 3 R's ticket. We will be announcing students who receive 3 R's and who are caught being resilient, responsible, respectful, or safe once a month. When you turn in your tickets, we will be doing a drawing and you will receive a prize or reward of some sort for showing the 3 R's. Thank you and have a great day.